It's been a while. It's Magdalena, Wolf of Coins. Thank you so much for tuning in for this review of the Philippe Vachier 1639 Tarot de Marseille, made in Marseille. And it is the oldest one that we know of, and it's been preserved complete, all the cards in beautiful fresh colors. Um, the interesting color here is the purple, the violet or purple, uh, which doesn't appear too often, and it's more characteristic of the older decks from before 1700s. You can learn more about this deck from this presentation card. But yeah, you can pause and read it, but I will just get to the meat. So what I really like is this nice smooth box. It's a little bit glossy, but somehow it's really nice to the touch. And these are the backs. So we get two presentation cards as usual with the decks from Yves Renaud. Wait, here's the English version. And I have received this deck as a review copy from Yves himself. So thank you so much, Yves. I will gladly do the review. I wanted to do it earlier, but I was sick, so and my throat was sore, so I couldn't talk too much. But now I'm better. There is the two of coins at the back, and again, a really nice touch for me is that the corners are ever so slightly rounded, like really slightly. If we compare with what do I have here? Yeah, for example, these cards from the Jean Dodal by Sullivan Hismans, these are the pointiest points you can imagine. This is how the cards originally were, but they are so tough on your fingers, on your hands, and these are a little bit rounded, so they are more, forgiving to your hands. And I like that because, yeah, I don't like my hands being poked. And there was something else I wanted to mention. Right. Yeah. So this is the type 1 Tarot de Marseille. I have a whole video. I will try and link it somewhere on how to distinguish between types 1 and 2. But this is type 1, just like the Dodal that I just showed you. And for example, also like Jean-Pierre Payen. One of my favorite features of the type 1 Tarot de Marseille are the devils with face on their bellies. And there is one here, so looking forward to that. So yeah, let's go through the atouts. We start with the magician or the juggler, le battleur. And as I also was a bit worried when I will be able to make this video, because there was literally no daylight in Poland for the last couple of days. It was so dark and cloudy. Today, finally, I can show you the colors and you can admire this purple. So this is our juggler. He has very interesting feet or shoes. Like, are they even like human feet? Isn't that interesting? Because normally, like, his feet really resemble feet more. This is the Jean Dodal. But yeah, this one is a bit weird in this regard. But the face is really nice. I like it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the size of the card. So this is your more or less regular tarot size. This one is a card from regular Los Carabeo deck. So these are a little bit taller than that. And the cardstock is typical of Yves's decks. It's pretty thick. So yeah, for people with smaller hands, it's a bit more difficult to handle, but I think it's all right. I have pretty small hands, so, you know, for me it's always a concern. And yeah, so the papes also has beautiful purple and the Empress. The lettering in this deck is pretty interesting. I like the shape of the letters. Look at those two S's a bit slanted, but there will be some other examples. Well, you'll see. Here's the Emperor with this 4 sign. And a crazy bird. It's a crazy bird. Focus. Yeah, so his eagle is 1 is a bit featherless, and 2 it's like really, really crazy. And then there's the Pope. The Lover with the, here we can see the type 1 feature with the Cupid being blindfolded. And I love this perm. Like, look at her. In some decks, it looks like it's a wreath, you know, wreath of flowers, but here it's totally like she's probably even still, she hasn't removed the rolls from her hair. Like, it's early morning. Then there is the Chariot, and oh, one of those really sleep-deprived charioteers. And the happy horses. Look how cute their little legs here, like la la la. And then there is Justice. And interestingly, normally she has this chain around her neck, but here it goes to her ear, like, intriguing. Why? Oh, it looks like, you know how bodyguards have those headphones, single headphones? It could be that. Like, she knows what's going on. So the colors are really unique when we compare with other Tarot de Marseilles because of this purple, but also they are pretty strong colors, very like saturated. The Hermit, his lamp is almost out of the frame. And then there is the Wheel of Fortune. And there's Force or Strength. And what one of the viewers pointed out to me, this is also one of the features of the type 1 Tarot de Marseille, because in type 2 we get La Force, and here is just Force. So, and there is this animal, possibly a lion, with a lipstick on. And what I really like about this hangman One thing is that his tongue, his little tongue, got colored in red, so it had to be, for each color there was a separate stencil. So for red, there had to be 4 little pieces in the stencil sticking out, and they had to cut these pieces off his clothing. This little end of the rope plus this tiny tongue. Imagine that. And the other thing is those mirrored letters, like here it goes regularly, then these are mirrored, and the rest is again the right direction. So it's funny. Then we have the 13th with those heads, you guys. I mean, they are so like creepy, actually. Look at this guy and this woman. She looks like, even though she's only a head now, she looks malevolent. Awesome. And the skeleton happily working on his field. Then there is Temperance. Oh, and the devil. I love this devil. This is also an interesting point, like there is this one boob colored and the other is not. Wonder why. And yeah. And also the tiny devil's tongue, a little misaligned, but it's there, so there had to be a little piece of the stencil made to color the tongue. Then there is the House of God with chill guys just, I don't know, walking on their arms. The star with a little birdie. The birds in this deck are something else, I'm telling you. And she has this little, like his belly button, her belly button is a bit weird. Like in some decks, it even looks almost like lips. But yeah, she has this belly button. Then there is the moon, which is always a busy card and has interesting details. Like, what do you think are these? What is it, a pyramid? Is this a box? Like, what are these? What do they mean? Yeah, and this looks like, I suppose this was supposed to be like grass, but this looks like a tiny dragon with, open mouth. And the face of the moon is looking at us like in old type 1 decks. Yeah, and then we have the sun. It's not a bad sun, because sometimes it looks like it wants to murder you, but no, in this deck it's pretty nice and chill. Chill sun, huh? Judgment, which is also on the box. I think it's the first deck ever that I saw with the Judgment card on the cover, so interesting choice. And the World. Something tells me that these images were carved and then somehow reused in a way that required cutting a bit of the image, because remember the Hermit's lamp was here like couldn't fit into the frame, and here also I see the bull having its like part of its face cut. But a nice point are those the eagle and the angel having their halos on this slip here, the place for the number. It's fun. And lastly, we get the L. Yeah, remember the god of the winds from Greek mythology? So the fool accidentally became him. Yeah, he looks like he's really focused on the road ahead of him. And there is this, here the animal actually looks like a cat, because it doesn't always look like a cat, but here it does. And by the way, this year we got ourselves a cat from a shelter, so she's around 1 year old. And whenever I see pictures of cats, it's like, oh, it's like our cat, she's called Sol, so it's also close. All right, so these are the atouts, and then we get to the pips, and yeah, they are similar to what we know from example from Dijon Dodal. The style is less, refined. The foliage, the flowers, they are bigger and less, I would say, I don't know, less graceful but strong. So like this is a flower. This is a strong flower. Right? Because if we look at decks like Pierre Madeny, for example, and the decorations are more perfect in a way, and this style is just strong. Speaking of strong plants, no plants here. This is the 10, and yeah, the quartz. He looks so unfazed, like, yeah, I have this big bat here. Yeah, I'm cool. And this guy's face is, I love it, is like, hey, baby. And the horse is also like, its face is similar in its expression to the rider. So they are funny together. And this queen is not really sleep deprived, like many queens of batons in Tour de Marseille. She's like, her face is quite longish, thinner, and she looks actually pleased with herself. So yeah, that's a difference. And the king. Then we get to the cups. Again, the Ace of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck. So I really like to just look at it. It's so beautiful. It's like a little castle on top. On the Two of Cups, we get those weird creatures, possibly fish, and some info on the deck. So some of the letters are flipped again, but we get the name of the card master. Yeah, and this is really difficult for me, so I don't know what this means. Possibly a name of a place. If you know, please let me know. And yeah, the Three of Cups, the Four, Five. Yeah, look at the dodal here. I have the Six of Cups, so it's basically the same pattern here, really slightly different. And yeah, I wanted to tell that this is reconstruction. That's why the colors are very, you know, lively. And this is well, cleared facsimile style deck, so the colors are more or less like they were preserved through all those years. It even says here how many years. Yeah, 385 years. 7. Yeah. Is it an 8 or isn't it? Who knows? And the 9. And 10. And the cards. Well, the page looks a bit worried to me. He's like, oh man, I have so many things to do. But still he has this cute wreath here. And the feet, like, look at this foot. First of all, it's again out of the frame, like in the world card. And second of all, it looks weird. Love it. Then the Knight of Cups. I really like his face. He looks exactly how the Knight of Cups should look, like a bit dreamy but hopeful for his journey. Looking at his cup, which is touching the frame, and his head is also touching the frame. So I'm thinking again that the original image was bigger, but it got trimmed in the process. The Queen. Yeah, she's pleased with herself. She looks benevolent. and the King of Cups is like suspicious. Yeah, so I really like this feature of elements going out of the frame. We get it also with the Queen's outfit, dress. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, the flowers here are really big. They like take a lot of space. They look kind of fleshy, you know? And the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. The courts. There is the page, the valet. Oh, he looks pretty handsome. Then, yeah, the knights in this deck are really fun. I mean, not only he has an interesting face, But this face on his armor is like, what the hell? Oh my god. It's so, I don't know, mischievous. Love it. Queen of Swords. She looks pleasant, actually. Many Queens of Swords don't look pleasant at all. But here we have a lot of positive people. And the King. And lastly, the coins. The Ace. The 2, where we get the name of the creator. And the date as well. This weird thing here is a 3, apparently. So, and this is interesting also that today this name is written with an R at the end, and here it ends with an E. All right, 3 of, oh, this is also one of my favorite cards. It's so, I don't know, the shape of it, this foliage here, it's just nice. I just like it. Then the 4 of coins, the 5, 6. Sorry, I had a little heart attack because I thought my phone stopped recording. I have a new phone, so I'm a bit, you know, not familiar with it yet. Number 8, 9, and 10. And the happy page. He's happy because he has a coin and he has another coin hidden down there. He's cute. And the Knight. I love this coloring on his foot. It looks like he has a sock, you know, with red toes and a red heel. It's nice. The Queen. And she also has like flipped letters, especially the ends tend to get flipped. And lastly, the King. He looks like he's also happy with his coin, but he's chill. I'm chill. All right, so I think I've shown you the bags. They are pretty nice. And now I'll show you how this deck shuffles. Oh, nice. When putting them together, they're a bit, you know, too matte to really easily slide. But they are more springy than I thought. Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. With some decks, you know, when I'm doing this, at the end of the deck, I get problems with cards interlacing. But here, there's no such problem. Only with putting them like this. Well, it's fine. I shouldn't complain, really. Yeah, nice. I generally prefer thinner cardstock because it's easier to handle. Okay, so that was it, and I'll just pull some cards for us, a message for you and me for today, whenever you're watching this. And I'll pull just like from the fan because they're not exactly shuffled yet. Oopsie. Let's see, let's see. 5 of batons, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Batons. So what do we see here? It's like, okay, we got prepared, we have all this gear. Here we have our hopes in our hands, but there is a closed path here. And if we are facing any kind of choice today, it's probably better to go for the something smaller, not being fixed on what we would like to have, but being humble, as this page is. He's more like on a lower position than the knight, right? So he's more humble, but he has his stuff. He looks into the future, so it's more promising to do smaller things today rather than something that we really care about and we've prepared for long, because it might be difficult right now. And this way, things will bring us profit, any type of profit. Not necessarily only money, but that's also possible. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any like favorite cards, or what you like about this deck. And also please know that I have my video Tarot de Marseille course available for purchase. So if you're interested in learning from me, you are very welcome to do so. It's on Etsy. I will put a link in the video description as well. And I hope I will be able to see you guys sooner this time. But right now, my life is a bit difficult, so that's why I had to, pause my channel a bit. But I'm happy I could meet with you again. And thank you so much again, Eve, for this review copy of this gorgeous deck. I'm very happy with it, and I'm looking forward to reading with it. And to all of you, have a lovely day. Bye.